Hey guys, in this video, I want to talk about the different workout splits. I want to talk about the pros and cons, which one I personally use, and which one I think is best for most people. I want to preface with there's no right or wrong answer to these. It all depends on preference, availability, and how long you've been training for. But let's go ahead and jump into it and talk about the first and most common one, the bro split. The bro split is the most common one and probably the one that most people are familiar with. This split, you work each body part one day a week. So you would do chest, back, legs, shoulders, and arms. The pros for this one is mainly that you get a great pump after each workout because you're only working one body part and you're doing a lot of volume. Another pro for this split is that you don't actually have to spend too much time in the gym for this one. I personally spend about maybe 45 minutes, but you could spend about 30 minutes to an hour in the gym just working on one body part. That's about it for the pros. The cons are that you're honestly not going to build muscle faster with this split because you're only working one body part one time a week. And not only that, but you're going to have to do extra volume each workout just to meet what you could do if you worked out each muscle group 2 times a week. It's important to hit each muscle group more than 1 time a week if you're looking to build not only size but strength as well. It only takes about 48 hours for the muscle that you work to fully recover, so you can easily work each muscle group about 2 to 3 times a week. Not only that, but when you think about it, if you were to do 12 sets of chest 2 times a week, you're ending up doing 24 sets of chest per week. Compared to if you only did chest 1 time a week and you were to do 24 sets, you're not lifting as much weight as if you split it up into 2 times a week. Now, I'm giving you all these cons and telling you that the bro split isn't the best option. However, I personally do the bro split just because I work 2 jobs and I know that I can get in and out of the gym in about 45 minutes. It's also easier to find alternatives when you're only working one specific body part if you go during the busier times like after work or before work. So for instance, if all the cables are taken, I may have to switch to barbells and dumbbells. And really the only con to that is I won't have that constant tension with the dumbbell like I would with a cable. But after the bro split is the push-pull leg split. The push-pull leg split is where you commit one day to working all the muscle groups that do a push, that do a pull, and that do a leg. So if I'm going to do a push day, I would do chest, shoulders, and triceps. If I do a pull day, it would be back and biceps. You can add your rear delts in the backs of your shoulders because that is technically a pulling motion. And then you would do one day of legs. If you do want to make it even more nuanced, you could technically do like a full body push and a full body pull where you would just add in the quads to your push day and you would add in your glutes and hamstrings to your pull day. The pros for this one are obviously that you can get more volume per week by working out each muscle group more than 1 time a week compared to doing something like the bro split where you're working just one muscle group 1 time a week. You could also change it up by doing one where it's hypertrophy day and then one where it's a strength day for your push and then for your pull and for your legs. I personally think that this could be a good option for beginners because what you can do is you can not only work out the same muscle group more than 1 time a week, but you can also focus on that strength day and that hypertrophy day. The biggest con for this though is that there's a lot of pushing muscles. So you would end up having to do a lot of exercises for your push day compared to something like your pull day or even your leg day. And because of all that volume, this is the split that I don't do a lot just because there is so much volume related to the push day compared to the other 2. If I do a push-pull leg day, what I do is I'll do a push day where it focuses more on the chest and shoulders. And then the second day I would focus more on chest and triceps compared to doing mostly chest, shoulders, and triceps for both of the days. After push-pull legs, we now come to the full body split. The full body split is honestly one of my favorites. What I do for my personal training clients is I write full body splits for them because in my personal opinion, it's the best option for strength as well as hypertrophy. But it's not only a good split for beginners, it's also a good split for more advanced lifters. The pros for this workout routine is that you're obviously working out each muscle group 3 times per week compared to doing something like the push-pull legs where you're working maybe at most 2 times a week. Another pro for this split is the delayed muscle soreness that you feel the next day. All my personal training clients, if we were just to focus on one body part, say your legs, they may be sore for up to like a week. And that's really not motivating for a lot of people when they're just starting out in the gym to go full on doing like a leg day or a chest day or back day. And it can really be unmotivating for a lot of people to feel that sore after your first maybe initial week or month. The con for the full body split though is that you're going to want to prioritize compound lifts. That's not necessarily a con. However, if you do only go during the busiest times of the day, it's going to be a lot harder to find the stations available like the bench press, the squat rack, and the deadlift station compared if you went maybe during a slower time of the day like the middle of the afternoon. If you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you like as well as subscribe to this channel so that you can keep getting more videos just like this. I also have an email subscription list that once I get enough followers, I'm going to give all you guys a free workout routine. But after the full body split, we have the upper lower split. I honestly don't really focus on this split. I don't even write it for my clients. But the upper and lower split is just like the name implies. You would do one day of full upper body and then the other day with full lower body, basically a leg day. The main pro for this split is that you can end up working each muscle group 3 times a week, just like the full body split if you were to work out 6 days a week. But the main con with this is that you're going to end up doing a lot of exercises and fitting them all into one workout, just like the push, pull, and leg split. The last split that I have, it actually doesn't have a name, so I'm going to call it the mix and match split. The mix and match split is something that you want to do after you've gotten your beginner gains or after you've already been training for a couple years. How you would do this split is you would do one of the previous ones that I've talked about, but a little bit later in the week, you then prioritize another muscle group. An example would be doing a push-pull leg routine, but then adding in an arm day or a shoulder day to give a little bit more volume to the shoulders and arms. Or doing something like a bro split and doing a back day, but then when you do legs, you could add a couple more pulling compound movements like the deadlift that work your hamstrings, glute, as well as your back, incorporating a little bit of back into your legs. If I were to go back 13 years to when I was first starting, I would start with the full body split. But that has a little asterisk on top of it because I would only do that if I knew what I was doing or if I had a trainer. Because if you're incorporating a lot of compound lifts and you're a beginner, you may not know how to correctly execute each movement. However, compound lifts are the best thing that you can do as a beginner because you're definitely going to gain a lot of size and strength. Not only that, but you're going to get a lot more volume in working out each body part 3 times a week comparing to doing something like the bro split where you're just doing a lot of volume 1 time a week. But to switch it up, I would then start to add in maybe the mix and match if I saw that one of my body parts was lagging on size and strength compared to the others. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you're not sure where to start, I do have a full body workout routine designed for beginners. It is done at Planet Fitness, but you can incorporate this workout routine anywhere. Thank you guys so much.